जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन जय व्रजजनरंजन जय यशोदानंदन जय व्रजजनरंजन जय यमुनातीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुनातीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. शरणम संकीर्तन की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायेमुदीरये. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Reading from Canto 7, Chapter 1, text 44 to 46. So text 46 has a purport. We'll recite that. First two verses I'll just read. Text 44. ततस्तो राक्षसो जातो केशिन्या विश्ववसुत रावण कुंभकर्ण च सर्वलोकपतापनो. Translation. Thereafter the same Jay and Vijay, the two doorkeepers of Lord Vishnu, took birth as Ravana and Kumbhakarna, begotten by Vishrava in the womb of Keshini. They were extremely troublesome to all the people of the universe. There is no purport for this. Text 45. Tatrapi Raghavo Bhutva Nanachapa Muktaye Ramavirya Shrosya Sitva Tvam Markandeya Mukhat Prabho. Narad Muni continued, My dear king, just to relieve Jay and Vijay of the Brahmana's curse, Lord Ramachandra appeared in order to kill Ravana and Kumbhakarna. It will be better for you to hear narrations about Lord Ramachandra's activities from Markandeya. This verse will recite text 46. Tavatra Kshatriyo Jato Matrushvatra Mato Jvato Adhuna Shapani Nirmukto Krishna Chakra Hatam Haso. Tavatra Kshatriyo Jato Matrushvatra Mato Atmajo Tava Adhuna Shapa Nirmukto Krishna Chakra Hatam Haso. Tavatra Kshatriyo Jato Matru Swastra Atmajo Tava Adhuna Shapa Nirmukto Krishna Chakra Hatam Haso. Tavatra Kshatriyo Jato Matru Swatratmato Tava Adhuna Shapa Nirmukto Krishna Chakram Hataso. Tavatra Kshatriyo Jato Matru Swastratmajo Tava Adhuna Chapa Nirmukto Krishna Chakram Hataso. Tavatra kshatriyo jato matru kshastra mado tava adhuna kshapa nirmukto Krishna chakra matamaso. Mataji's. Tavatra kshatriyo jato matru swastra majo tava adhuna shapa nirmukto Krishna chakra hataso. Tavatra kshatriyo jato matru swastra mato tava adhuna shapa nirmukto Krishna chakram hatam haso. Yeah. Tau, the two, atra, here, in the third birth, kshatriyo, kshatriyas or kings, jatayo, born, matra, mat swastra atmajo, the sons of the mother sister, tava, your, adhuna, now, sapanirmukto, freed from the curse, Krishna chakra, by the disc weapon of the Krishna, hata, destroyed, hamsahu, whose sins. Translation and purport by His Evangelist A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. In their third birth, the same Jay and Vijay appeared in the family of Kshatriyas as your cousins, the sons of your aunt. Because Lord Krishna has struck them with his disc, all their sinful reactions have been destroyed and now they are free from the curse. Purport. In their last birth, Jay and Vijay did not become demons or Rakshasas. Instead, they took birth in a very exalted Kshatriya family related to Krishna's family. They became first cousins of Lord Krishna and were practically on the equal footing with him. By personally killing them with his own disc, Lord Krishna destroyed whatever sinful reactions were left in them because of the curse of Brahmanas. Narad Muni explained to Maharaj Yudhishthir that by entering Krishna's body, Shishupal re-entered Vaikuntha Loka as the Lord's associate. Everyone had seen this incident. Om Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Krishnasi Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Snapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tan Swajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitancha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Naya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratsvise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhesha Krupa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In their third birth, the same Jay and Vijay appeared in the family of Kshatriyas as your cousin, the sons of your aunt. Because Lord Krishna has struck them with his disc, all their sinful reactions have been destroyed, and now they are free from the curse. Hare Krishna. So, I welcome all for this morning class. First of all, I would like to take blessings of all the Vaishnavas sitting over here, so that I can glorify something about Bhagavatam, and that will help me to purify myself. Thank you. So, in the today's verse, basically we are going to discuss about the two themes. First is about the glorification of Sudarshan Chakra, because in the verse actually this word comes, if you see the last line, Adhuna Shapa Nirmukta Krishna Chakram Hatam Haso. That Krishna Chakra, that is the Sudarshan Chakra of the Lord. Hatam, it destroyed, and Ahamso, that whose sins are destroyed. And second, that if you trace out why a person is bad, okay, or why bad person is bad, you really try to go in the background of what brought you a person like this. So you'll feel great compassion for that person. Okay, we know the analogy that why bad things happen with good people, and why good things happen with bad people, correct na? Generally we don't care why bad things happen with bad people, but here again Narada brings out and tells the whole background of this. So here from this text 34 to 48, towards the last of this theme, that Narada narrates the curse and the three births of the Jay Vijay. So first we'll discuss about this word about the Krishna Chakra Hatam Haso, that glorification of Sudarshan Chakra. Now soon in the coming Saturday we are having Jagannath Snan Yatra. On 7th we are celebrating Jagannath Rath Yatra, correct na? And you will see along Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, we have Sudarshan also. Soon he will appear. Yeah. And Sudarshan is a devotee of the Lord, and we are going to glorify about Sudarshan. So here we understood that Vishwanath Chakra Thakur, he says that in the Rajasuya Yajna, the Krishna is chosen in that assembly for this personality for Rajasuya Yajna. Jai Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Gaunitaya Bhagwan Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yeah. So in this translation we saw that Krishna has took the Sudarshan Chakra and it has killed the sins of this Shishupal. So when we understand the power of Sudarshan Chakra, then automatically we become grateful to Sudarshan, that how this Sudarshan is very important part in our devotional service in terms of the protection, not only for devotional service, even the protection of oneself. So when Krishna was chosen in the assembly, then Shishupal immediately became the envious. Okay, why he was chosen. And Shishupal exhibited his natural behavior of blaspheming Krishna. But Krishna understood, now what's going to happen here if I don't control the situation, because it's going to be Yajnashala, and here if I don't take any decision, then here the war between the kings will take place, because most of the kings, they were also against the behavior of Shishupal, because unanimously they have taken decision that Krishna, okay, will be there for the, as this Yajna Murti, or we can say. But the Shishupal was not understanding. So Krishna decided that I have to kill. The time has come now, because he promised about the 100, okay, blasphemy means 101, he cannot tolerate. And Shishupal has crossed that condition. So without contaminating that Yajnashala, Krishna so expertly, okay, he sent his Sudarshan Chakra toward the Shishupal, where he beheaded the Sudarshan Chakra. We saw in that first picture here. Okay, he beheaded the Sudarshan Chakra without any blood drop. He beheaded the Shishupal, okay, without any blood drop. Because if blood drop is there, whole area will get contaminated. Okay, so that expertise you can see here, no blood drop you can see here. Spilling or this thing is shown. But everybody amazed what has happened like that. So to maintain the sanctity, Krishna has to take this decision expertly. So as we'll proceed, we'll see that how sometimes, okay, the Krishna, we find that he is very strict in a particular aspect in terms of, we saw the Shishupal. But when we understand the background of the pastime, then our perception completely changes. So first part, as I said, about the Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, so we have the Sudarshan Chakra on the Jagannath Puri temple. We know the Sudarshan Chakra in the form of Stamba, which is carried. Okay, and we worship, we pray Sudarshan Chakra. So Sudarshan is the weapon of the Lord. He is a devotee of the Lord. And this devotee of the Lord is ready to take any form and position for the service of the Lord. Because he is having like personalized form in a Vaikunta. Okay, but whenever Lord demands something for his service, he is ready to take any form. We see in the 9th canto that Ambarish Maharaj also glorifies the Lord, and along with that he glorifies Sudarshan Chakra also. Because when we glorify the Lord's paraphernalia, they are also at the equal level. We glorify them equally. So those prayers are very beautiful. So Ambarish Maharaj is praying over here. I'll just go to the translation. Ambarish Maharaj said, "O Sudarshan Chakra, you are fire, you are the most powerful sun, and you are the moon, the master of all luminaries. You are water, earth and sky. You are the air. You are the 5 sense objects, sound, touch, form, taste and smell. And you are the senses also. Sudarshana Namastubhya. O most favorite of Achyuta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are thousands of spokes. O master of the material world, destroyer of all weapons, original vision of the personality of Godhead, like Mahavishnu. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Kindly give shelter and be auspicious to this Brahmana." So he is praying because Sudarshan had chased the Durvas Muni, about to kill the Durvas Muni, but Ambarish Maharaj, because of his intensity of the prayer and practice of devotional service, he could able to hold the Sudarshan Chakra and make his prayers. O Sudarshan will, your religion, your truth, your encouraging statements, your sacrifice, you are the enjoyer of the fruits of sacrifice. You are the maintainer of the entire universe, and you are the supreme transcendental process in the hands of Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the original vision of the Lord, and therefore you are known as Sudarshan. Everything has been created by your activities, and therefore you are all pervading. Here, few words I just highlighted in the purport of Prabhupada. Prabhupada is saying the word Sudarshana means auspicious vision. Sudarshana. When we say the word Sudarshan, it's a weapon also. But Sudarshana. When we go in front of the Lord, we take darshan of the Lord. But at the same time, Lord also takes our darshan by his glances. Lord is more eager to put his glance on us than we want to take darshan of the Lord. So from Vedic instruction, we understand that this material world is created by the glance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Like Mahavishnu is glancing on like that. Mahatatu. So in this word, shloka, the last line, if you see the first word, this Manajavaya, that Sudarshan, what is the speed of Sudarshan? As speedy as the mind. Okay. Sudarshan is very fast. Oh Sudarshan, you have a very auspicious hub, and therefore you are the upholder of all religion. You are just like an inauspicious comet for the irreligious demons. Indeed, you are the maintainer of the 3 worlds. You are full of transcendental effulgence. You are as quick as the mind, and you are able to work wonders. I can simply utter the word Namaha, offering all obeisances to you. So Prabhupada highlights here some words. This Sudarshan Chakra here is addressed as Dharma Saitava, the protector of Dharma. So Maharaj Ambarish was truly religious person, and consequently for his protection, the Sudarshan Chakra was ready to punish even to the strict Brahmanas. As Durvas Muni he had acted like a demon. So Sudarshan Chakra is always concerned with annihilating the demons, the last part. Therefore, he is described as Adharma, Shila, Sura, Dhuma, Ketava. Those who are not devout, all cards, Adharma, Shila.
Thank you. So Sudarshan Chakra is just like an inauspicious comment for all such demon. Last verse. O master of speech, by your effulgence full of religious principles, the darkness of the world is dissipated, and the knowledge of learned persons or the great souls is manifested. Indeed, no one can surpass your effulgence, for all things manifested and unmanifested, gross and subtle, superior and inferior, are but various forms of you that are manifested by your effulgence. So here, if you see, at the purport at different parts, and many more in the ninth canto, Prabhupada writes in the purport, anyone who is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay, automatically the protection of the Lord immediately starts from him, like that. So Sudarshan is far above that. Okay, when we offer the prayers to the Sudarshan, the protection of the Sudarshan by default is there for devotees, and non-protection is there for all adharmic people. So here Prabhupada writes beautifully that without illumination nothing can be seen, especially in this material world. The illumination in this world emanates from the effulgence of Sudarshana, the original vision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The illuminating principle of sun, the moon and fire emanates from Sudarshana. Similarly, illumination by knowledge also comes from Sudarshana, because with the illumination of Sudarshana one can distinguish one thing from another. So Prabhupada beautifully write, and what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us, as we'll discuss during our part of discussion, that Sudarshana we don't see directly in this world, but in the Kali Yuga the Sudarshan is there. Okay, and we'll see what is that Sudarshan which Prabhupada is highlighting. So Prabhupada here explains in this purport, various purport about the characteristics and activities of Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, amazing characteristics Ambarish Maharaj has spoken. And there are so many activities where Sudarshan has participated in the Lord's pastime as a service to the Lord. It has an intense heat and it illuminates the knowledge. So as soon as we see the Sudarshan, yes, it's something like a sun-like structure comes in front of us. Okay, something will and spoke and like that. It has that heat and effulgence. But it is again like a sharpening the knowledge. Okay, it illuminates the knowledge. So Prabhupada writes that if one equips oneself with the knowledge, okay, we say na, sharpening the that sword. So one sinful activities will get burned. And who will do that? The Sudarshan in the form of knowledge will eradicate all the sinful activities from the heart. It will burn to the ashes. And for the demons, it is like to the shining effulgence, it burns the demon like anything. It burns all the demons like anything. Sudarshan. So therefore, this Mahavishnu, when it glances on the universe, it's called as the Sudarshan. This glance is most purifying. Just like I told, when we take darshan of the Lord, Sudarshan, auspicious vision. Okay. So Su means auspicious. So as soon as we take a darshan of the Lord, there is no question of darkness. So for Krishna Bhaktas, not much concern of, we don't have to become fearful about Sudarshan. Rather we should offer namaste, namaste bhu, like Ambarish Maharaj said, prayers to Sudarshan, because Sudarshan is always there for our protection whenever we face any dangerous situation in our life. Protection of our bhakti or even for in a person itself. So here one nice pastimes in the 10th canto comes about this Arjuna and Krishna, where Krishna and Arjuna they are like it comes in the 10th canto that Krishna and Arjuna retrieves the Brahmana's son. Like the theme is like Bhrigu wants to establish the Vishnu supremacy. And once in a Dwaraka, one Brahmana, he wanted to have a son. But somehow the lady was giving birth to the son, and son was getting died actually. Means something was happening, and it was happening there and there itself actually. So like this, one by one, 9 sons were died. And every time when the son died, this Brahmana came to the assembly
and he shouted and he said, what is this? As a subject, it's your duty to protect us and you're not doing anything. And one time at the ninth time, Arjuna was also there. And when Arjuna heard he's coming again and so desperate and so eager and so in distress, Arjuna said, next time I'll protect your son. So when the ninth son's delivery was going on, Arjuna there and there itself in the maternity room. And he completely covered everything with this shield and all these things and everything. But again, as soon as the lady gave the birth, son disappeared, died and disappeared. Arjuna got confused. Okay, he got bewildered what to do. Okay, he tried his everything, but again, he could not do anything. So finally, he prayed to Krishna, and Krishna said, come. They sat on the chariot, and they were, going from this planet to the other planet. And there the shloka comes actually. I'll just read the translation. In that darkness, because when they were going through a chariot, at one point the darkness came. Okay. In that darkness, the chariot horses name are Saibhya, Sugriva, Meghapushpa and Balahaka, lost their way. Seeing them in this condition, O best of the Bharatas, Lord Krishna, the supreme master of all masters of yoga, sent his Sudarshan disc before the chariot. That disc shone like thousands of sun. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti gives the following insight into us. Lord Krishna's horses had descended from Vaikuntha to participate in these earthly pastimes. Since the Lord himself was pretending to be a finite human being, his steeds now acted confused to enhance the drama of the situation for all who would one day hear his pastimes. So here we see that Arjuna and Krishna, they were going, but suddenly when they're penetrating all these 7 oceans and 7 islands and this coverings of the universe, at one point they realized that we are not able to go further. Okay, so immediately Krishna thought remembrance of this Sudarshan, and he actually put the Sudarshan ahead of this chariot, and then Sudarshan started moving ahead and Lord Krishna was following, and they penetrated like body, mind, intelligence, all this covering. And last is false ego. False ego is also very tough, but that penetrated. And then finally they went to that Shwetadeep, or where Mahavishnu is there. And there they saw that sun was there. And Mahavishnu said simply, I just wanted to take your darshan, therefore I did this activity. So they took the sun and immediately came and they handed the sun to the Brahmana. But here we understood how the Lord is engaging this Sudarshan, in his service when there is a darkness. As we understood Sudarshan, and second is about the knowledge, how it's open. So it immediately gives the light, and horses immediately tried, to move ahead. So many forms of the Lord we see carries the Lord and his associate carry different weapons actually, correct na? Krishna never carries the Sudarshan. So Lord Shiva carries trident, Parshunam carries chopper, Lord Ram carries bow and arrow, Vishnu carries Sudarshan Chakra, but Krishna carries flute, Bansi Vadan, correct na? Like that, no weapon. It carries the sweet flute, and he plays the flute and he enchants. His weapon is to enchant the gopis, his devotees, and entire atmosphere actually. He's a Leela Purushottama. So this Vishnu had 4 hands. This conch, which is there for victory. Flower is there to blessings to devotees. Chakra is there to kill, correct na? With his hand. And club is there to smash the pride, like that. So this Krishna, when he's driving the chariot of knowledge by Bhagavad Gita, all these different layers of illusions, it has to pass through. No one can pass those easily, because Krishna was there riding on the chariot, Sudarshan was there, therefore they were passing all these layers easily. Otherwise it's very difficult to cross these layers. Because Krishna, as we say on the BTG also, Krishna Surya Saman, Maya Andikar. Jethe Krishna tethe nahi Mayacha adhikar. Krishna is Sudarshan. Like Godhead is light, Nisans is darkness. Where there is a Godhead, there is no Nisans. On Marathi BTG, we have that Marathi. So these coverings, when they're passing, they were passing through coverings of in-ears. When we chant Gayatri Mantra, our first mantra also, correct na? Om Bhu Bhuvas. You must have heard this many times, hearing this mantra on loudspeaker also. So this talks about the higher planetary system, then the heavenly planets and very high planetary, other higher planetary system. So through meditation, Okay, we are meditating on the Lord. So this once actually Srila Prabhupada was playing with little Saraswati and he just hit this Krishna. And he just, so the Saraswati was searching the Krishna and she just asked, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? And she started crying. She was literally crying like a very, very small child. And she asked the mother Malati and father Mukund Maharaj. So they were also not knowing. And by seeing her eagerness, the Prabhupada became so, what we can say, happy that one should be eager to see Krishna like this. And of course, Prabhupada was playing and later he showed the Krishna and she became very happy like that. So Prabhupada also told us that when we have to see the Krishna or when we search the Krishna, okay, we must search the Krishna through this Shastra Chakshu. Correct? By understanding the Krishna through ears and we can see and understand the Krishna very much. In one of the purport, I read the sentence that smiling face of the Lord removes the false ego from the devotee. It's very, very deep statement. That means false ego, as we say in the universe also, last covering, Krishna and Arjuna, they themselves find very difficult to penetrate. What is the condition of ourselves when we have the false ego in our heart? Okay, but when we see the smiling face of the Krishna every day, okay, there is hope that that false ego slowly will get evaporated. Like Krishna is taking Arjuna through his covering. So we don't want to take a darshan of this Sudarshan like Sushupal took darshan of the Lord and Sudarshan. Okay, it was like a death personified like that. So in Kali Yuga, we have the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared, Krishna Varga Tusha Krishna, Sango Pangastra Parshadam. In this age of Kali, intelligent person perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associate, servants, weapons and confidential companions. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also carrying the weapons. So Sango Pangasa Parshadam, Prabhupada read, I just taken one paragraph from that. It's a huge paragraph. Srila Jiva Goswami explained that his beauty is his astra, Sango Pangastra. Okay, astra and shastra, or weapon to subdue the demon. Now how subdue the demon? Here. So Sudarshana in Kali Yuga, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu using astra and shastra both, like powerful knowledge and this Sankirtan movement. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also called Sudarshan Chakra in the pastime of Jagai and Madai. But immediately Nityananda Prabhu told, okay, to wait. And Sudarshan has really waited. Okay, because he said, Lord, we cannot do like this. If you have to kill, then Sudarshan has to work 24/7. He has to kill everyone, every time. Because all the sinful people are there. And immediately, Lord stopped Sudarshan and Nityananda Prabhu, okay, he saved Jagai and Madai and Lord did Uddhar of Jagai and Madai. So Sudarshan did not kill like he killed Shishupal because Jagai and Madai is like we say the bonus birth for okay, Shishupal and Dantavakra. And who are his Parshad? Parshad is like Panchatattva. Okay, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavanda. All Panchatattva. And these books are like bases, what we say, which are like a sword of a knowledge. These are acting like a weapon. So in Kali Yuga, Krishna comes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sudarshan Chakra in Kali Yuga is in two forms. One is in Sankirtan, another is a Srila Prabhupada books, which devotees throws during marathon or throughout the year. And they really gives the knowledge to the entire world by the Sankirtan movement and by reading the Srila Prabhupada books. Like that. Because in this Kali Yuga, the atmosphere is so dead that everyone is almost dead. We cannot change that personality of the people. It's very short because Kali Yuga tendencies are mentioned in the 12th canto. Life is short and people are less intelligent. Okay, Alpamedasa and like that. So the Sudarshan, when actual Sudarshan come, yes, it will have his own effect, but people will not able to take that. So that heat itself will not get able to torture. In the Pune, in the last couple of months, the heat was around 40 something. It was very difficult for us. And Sudarshan is the source of sun, moon. That's what we read in the Bhagavatam. So you can see. So this Sudarshan want to serve the devotees in any form. As soon as devotee call the protection for Sudarshan Chakra or for Sudarshan, the protection start. I said that as soon as anybody chant the HareKrishna Mahamantra once, the protection to that personality or that devotee starts. Indra also in the Govardhan Leela when he was lifting, okay, Indra became very angry. And Krishna when lifted the Govardhan hill, the Indra was putting all the thunderbolt shower on the top. Then Krishna understood, now I have to do something. Immediately he called Sudarshan Chakra, and Sudarshan Chakra was revolving around his Govardhan. It was like evaporating all the water, correct? And creating the illumination. And all these cowherd gopas, they saw nice rainbow and all other things like that. So whenever Krishna needs, or what we can say, that Krishna want to engage the Sudarshan, Sudarshan is available at his service. So this last word we saw, this Krishna Chakra Hatam also. Okay. Of course, Dantavakra is, that is brother of this thing. So the question comes, how Krishna got Sudarshan? Correct, no? In Mahabharata, it comes that Krishna was there at Sandipuni's Munid ashram under his training. And there once Lord Parshuram came. And he served Lord Parshuram very nicely. And Parshuram, by pleasing with this Lord Krishna, Parshuram was knowing who is Lord Krishna. Parshuram said, okay, please ask any blessings. So as a Kshatriya, you want to honor him as a Kshatriya. So he asked in that way. And Parshuram immediately, okay, requested Sudarshan, and he gave that Sudarshan to Lord Krishna. And at the same time, he told that, Lord, the time has come now for you to use this Sudarshan Chakra, because demons are becoming powerful and you have to re-establish the Dharma. So please take this Sudarshan Chakra and kill all the demons and re-establish the Dharma. So Krishna received the Sudarshan Chakra from the another form of Lord, that is Parshuram. Of course, Parshuram has got the Sudarshan from Vishnu, correct? And Vishnu is the source of Lord Krishna only, like that. So once actually Ashwatthama also wanted Sudarshan Chakra. He asked Krishna because he was very envious of Krishna, and he said, this Sudarshan Chakra is very powerful. He asked Krishna, please give me Sudarshan Chakra. Before that, he glorified Krishna. So he glorified Krishna. Krishna became very much pleased. And as soon as he became pleased, he said, ask, please give me Sudarshan Chakra. He said, my God. So immediately Krishna said, okay, take this Sudarshan Chakra. But as soon as Sudarshan Chakra was coming to Ashwatthama, he was unable to hold it. It was having so much scorching heat and everything. And Ashwatthama has this crooked mentality. He said, I'll take this Sudarshan Chakra, I'll send towards the Krishna only to kill him. Like that. So as soon as Krishna gave the Sudarshan Chakra, he was unable to hold. It said, no, I don't want Lord Sudarshan Chakra. You keep it with you only. So there is one nice pastime in the Jagannath Puri also, like when we have this Tapasvi Hanuman or Chari Chakra Hanuman or Ashtabhuja Hanuman. This Hanuman deity is located at the north gate at Jagannath temple for protection of the Mandira. See, this Sudarshan is always engaged in the service of the Lord. So obviously, whenever Lord is calling, he is available. So therefore, immediately he became pride actually. His pride was growing. So Lord said, I have to destroy his pride. Because he said, Lord, Sudarshan thought that Lord has to depend on me for all the protection, like that. So therefore, Lord has to destroy his pride. So Lord told, you please go and call Hanumanji for my darshan. So he went and informed the Hanumanji. Hanumanji was doing tapasya. But as soon as Hanumanji heard, he came. And he came at the door of Jagannath Puri temple. But Sudarshan came before that. And he started whirling around this temple, not allow entering the Hanuman. Hanuman was bewildered what to do, how to go ahead with this. So immediately he meditated on the Lord's Jagannath's beautiful form. As soon as he meditated, Lord understood, like that. So Lord gave him this, what we can say, the form where all these 8 hands were there, I think. So his 6 arms were there. Out of that, 4 hands were carrying the Sudarshan Chakra. And 2 hands were offering pranam and 2 hands were chanting the holy name of the Lord. And he came inside and taking the darshan of the Lord. And Sudarshan came there and he felt so distressed and like awkward situation. Okay. Then immediately Lord just, okay, gave like, not we can say the curse, or told the Sudarshan or something like curse only, that yes, henceforth you will become like a stamba in a pillar and you will always stand next to my, on left hand side. Okay. You can see the Sudarshan which is standing there. Because he's offend devotee. Then that means Sudarshan, at the level of Sudarshan also, if he's offending devotee, Lord is not sparing, like that. In the 6th canto also, the beautiful glorification of the Sudarshan is there, set into the motion by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, wandering in all directions. Disc of the Supreme Lord has sharp the edges, as destructive as the fire of devastation at the end of millennium. And this glorification goes. And very important shloka about this Narayan Kavach shield. There also the words this comes actually. Om Hari Vidadyanam Mama Sarva Raksha Nastangri Padma Patagendra Prishte Darari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa Pashana Dadano Stagunos Tabua. Darari Ari means Sudarshan. So here that Sudarshan is there involved in the Narayana shield also. Like that. So here actually, what happened? I just close this presentation. Just wanted to refer a few notes. Just quickly, last few minutes. We understood first part, that is the glorification of Sudarshan Chakra. But why Lord is orchestrating all this pastime? Because it's very confusing. So Shishupal, who is going all the 100 blasphemy towards the Lord, but still Lord is personally killing by Sudarshan Chakra and killing, destroying all his sins. Like that. So this is something inconceivable. And this is inconceivable in the assembly. Even Yudhishthir Maharaj is there, he is confused. But Yudhishthir Maharaj, as a etiquette, he shows that, and he asked this to Narad Muni. And Narad Muni start explaining that, he says that to understand this, we have to really understand the whole background of the person, that why it is happening with him. So therefore, he tells about this pastime of starting with the whole story of this Bhagavatam, Jay Vijay, and the 4 Kumaras are coming, and 4 Kumaras, they are having dialogue with Jay Vijay, and finally Jay Vijay, they made a mistake, and they did not allow this 4 Kumaras to enter inside, like that. So they thought these are like small children, and why to allow them inside? They misunderstood him. But these 4 Kumaras, although they were like pura self-realized soul, but still because of the Lord's will, Prabhupada writes in the purport, because of the Lord's will, they subjected to the anger, and in the anger they curse. Dhyato Vishavam Punsa. In the anger they curse. And no question of lust for them. They are beyond all these things. But to make the Lord's Krishna's will possible, in anger they curse the Jay Vijay. And they said that you will take these 3 births, like that. And we know in one of the birth, as we reading today, that Shishupal was born. But Shishupal was born with 3 eyes and 4 arms, like that. Very extraordinary child actually. And he was like making a different noise only. He was not crying. Generally, when mother gives the birth, the first symptom, the pediatric asks that child should cry. That means everything is normal. But he was not crying at all. But they got a boon that, whenever he sits on some lap of some person, and who will be the killer of that child, but his 1 eye and 2 arms will get dissolved. So whenever some guest used to come, they used to put him on the lap, and they find nothing is happening. But when Krishna and Balram came, they made him sat on the lap. Immediately, 1 eye and 2 arms dissolved. They said, Krishna, please forgive something. But Krishna was knowing everything. So he said, Krishna made a promise. Till the 100 atoms or 100, what we can say, the blasphemy, I'll tolerate. After that, I'll not tolerate. I'll have to take next action. So Krishna also make promise like that. And we know Shishupal, throughout his life, he was completely blaspheming, all the time blaspheming to the Lord. Even Narad Muni appreciates that we required such kind of absorption. Let me have such kind of absorption. Correct, na? We have these 5 terms like that. Attraction, affection, attention, attachment, absorption, and affection. Correct, na? 5 years. So this absorption term means, if you want to spell entire Krishna consciousness, 1 word is absorption. Correct, na? And in the 11th canto, there is beautiful example about absorption. One arrow maker, he was making the arrow, and one huge king's procession went by. He did not notice. Other people asked, did you see anything? He said, I did not saw anything. That was kind of absorption. So absorption is like something sponge we just dip in the water, or we put we write by ink pen on the blotting paper, it absorbs the ink like that. So we required such kind of absorption like Shishupal, but in a positive way, like that. Once one article came in the newspaper and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, one is a good article, another is a bad article. And Saraswati Thakur, he appreciated bad article. And devotees were surprised. Why? Because he said in another article, Krishna word is more. One who is going to read that article, he will going to chant Krishna word more, like that. So Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said that. So he appreciated the critical article like that. So another aspect which we find here, that every living being, we were there in the spiritual world, like the Jay Vijay. But the Jay Vijay subjected to something and they made a wrong choice of their free will. And exactly we also made wrong choice of our free will, wanted to independence from the Lord, and we are in this material world like that. So we made a serious mistake when we were in the spiritual world like that. So as we saw, Srila Prabhupada also, when he went to the West, actually, all the people were subjected to all the kinds of different bad habits actually. It was beyond control actually. But Prabhupada saw the good in those people. And accordingly, as per the time, place and circumstances, he started the preaching in the West, and which has really, what we can say, made an effect. So Narad Muni, who is coming in the disciplic succession of Madhavendra Prabhu, and we are also in the same succession. So we have to also, while preaching, very expert as per the time, place, circumstances, that what is needful in that situation. And accordingly, we can take a call. Like Narad Muni also cursing this Manigriv and these two sons of Kubera. They were subjected, they completely intoxicated, and they made into the form of trees. But imagine if they are in the consciousness of the trees, that's fine. But they curse in the trees, but with the consciousness of the demigod. That is even more, what we can say, the difficult to torture. They have to stand in the scorching heat, and imagine they were remembering everything, what mistake they have done. But again, along with the curse, he gave that, yes, you will get a boon also. Whenever you will see the Lord Krishna, okay, you will get a birth as a demigod. You can revive this thing. Similarly, the story of Vidyadhar, he was coming in the form of a snake devouring this Vasudev. But Krishna again came, okay, and as soon as he touched with his lotus feet, he came into the form of demigod. So here we understand that sometimes we are subjected to the laws of nature, and we may take wrong decision. We may think person in a bad condition, but we need to understand what's the background of this person, which Lord is telling with these different understandings. So from today's verse, we understand one important thing, just to summarize. Last slide is there. Thank you. Yeah. So to summarize what we understood today, that importance of Sudarshan Chakra and glorification of it by Ambarish Maharaj in the pastime of Krishna and Arjuna, okay, then Jagannath Puri, Hanumanji, then Indra's pastime, like that. And here the second part, that Narad Muni is taking Yudhishthira to understand why the Shishupal, why this thing is happening with Shishupal. Okay. So also we know the pastime of Pundarik Vidyanidhi also. This Gadadhar Pandit, Mukunda, Gadadhar Pandit also got bewildered by seeing the Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So we cannot judge the person by external. We cannot judge the person what's happening currently in his life like that, unless we see the complete context like that. So we give the simple example, many times in a train, the children were there with his father, and other person was getting irritated by the noise of the children. So he immediately said, last 3 hours you are not saying anything to your children. They are making so noise, going on the berth, coming down, jumping. So this father said, I am also thinking in the same way, because their mother had just passed away 2 days back. I am thinking how to take care of them. As soon as this person heard this, his perception had changed to this situation. Whatever noise was coming before, he said, or sure karo, kuch problem nahi hai. Like that. So whenever we understand the context in a whole way, with a background, then our perception changes. So here, as we see the misunderstanding between the Jay Vijay and these 4 Kumaras, sometimes we want to influence, correct? We may have a concern, but we may use as a manager or some other post to influence, correct? Circle of concern and circle of influence that we know. So one should know the background of a person, unseen background of Shishupal lives. As we understood, the Shishupal took a birth. Now Prabhupada writes in the purport, in this birth, Shishupal is on the equal footing of the Lord, is a cousin of the Lord, equal footing of the Lord. Can you imagine? And also that not to judge to the people what they appear to be, head the sin and not the sinner. Because all of us, we were like soul in the spiritual world. We are in the soul. We are all the souls, okay? But we are entrapped by this body, therefore we see and develop all this judgmental mentality. and absorption in Krishna consciousness. And very important thing, what made us to come to this material world is a misuse of our free will. But Srila Prabhupada has taught us by his example how to see good in everything. And last example is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Kala Krishna Das. Last 2 minutes are there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu betrayed this Kala Krishna Das. He just told Kala Krishna Das when he came back from the yatra, because Kala Krishna Das, he got affected by the other people, association of non-devotees, he got influenced and he left Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pulled him and got when he returned. And he told all the associates, see this what fellow he has done. Okay, and he completely rejected this Kala Krishna Das. Okay, but later Nityananda Prabhu and all the devotees, they engage him in service indirectly. Okay, and of course Mahaprabhu is a supreme personality of Godhead. He was also aware of that. So even if in pastime we say the head the sinner and not the sinner, even in the pastime of Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Thakur, one example is there. One devotee has done very some wrong activity, and when he went to the room of Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Thakur, he said that you please go out, I don't need you. Literally he just rejected that devotee. Okay, and later he called temple president and he told, please engage him in some service. But he said, already you are rejected, how can we engage him in service? He said, no, I told him, okay, to set an standard, okay, I had to act like that. Okay, but again, it's your duty to engage these devotees in the service. So immediately they engage that devotee in the service, like that. Similarly, we see the acharyas, okay, to set an standard. Prabhupada also tells many times through his Darwin story, his blaspheming like that. To set a standard, okay, he will be very strict. But as a devotee, we should be compassion, which we'll see the last part, that is the personal and the preaching application, that that if you trace out why a bad person is bad, you really try to go into the background of what brought a person to be like this. You will feel great compassion for that person. You will not feel hateful to that person. If you see it by a surface, you could really hate that person. Krishna always loved Shishupal. He hated the disease, but he loved the deceased. And that's what the Krishna consciousness is about. Soul is good, so that we can actually help to uplift the people. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. We don't have time for question. I have eaten the time for question also, but if anything has any comment or question, we can talk here one-to-one. Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki